guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on this new Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder Foundation. I'm super excited to get into this because I feel like lately there hasn't been a lot of matte makeup, especially for us oily skin people. There's been a lot of glow, there's been a lot of very natural skin like, so I'm excited whenever I see like a matte product here and there. So I'm gonna be putting this to the test on my skin today, so I definitely want you guys to keep watching for the full day wear test and review. Okay guys, so I picked this new powder up from my local Ulta, and I'm just so excited because what I'm gonna go ahead and do today is I'm gonna do a application of just the powder on this side of the face, hence why I already have concealer under and nothing over here. And then on this side, I'm gonna apply liquid foundation, and then I'm going to set with this powder because this can be used as a powder foundation and also as a finishing powder. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. This is supposed to be a multi-use foundation and setting powder, 12-hour wear, versatile formula with a silky, soft, weightless, flawless finish. It reduces the look of pores, controls oil and shine for up to 12 hours, stays true to color. It's waterproof, sweat-proof, humidity resistant, and it just is giving me all the vibes. I'm ready for the full coverage and a velvety finish. So let's go ahead and open this. I want to say this was like $50. It was $48 to $50. It wasn't the cheapest. You guys know Estee Lauder is a high-end product. This is what it looks like here. Okay, I did go ahead and swatch them because sometimes powders can just look a little too on the light side. So I wanted to swatch them and I felt like this shade was probably the best for me. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm going to apply the powder just all over this side of the face where we just went in with our concealer. And then I'm gonna do this side as a finishing powder. Okay, so I brought you guys in closer and I'm going to be taking my sponge just because I feel like a sponge really gives you that great application. So I'm just doing this and I'm gonna take it like, oh, this looks darker. Let's actually use a brush. So I'm gonna use this nice fluffy brush. This is my e.l.f. powder brush. And I'm just gonna see how this does because maybe, yeah, this looks better. Okay, I typically like to use a sponge to do that first application, but that was giving me this, and I don't want that. Luckily, that's kind of in the area where I would apply my bronzer, contour, and blush, so I can just diminish that a little bit, but the shade may be a little darker, and I thought it was gonna work. That's the thing with powder, you just never know your exact shade because when you swatch it, it can swatch a little lighter. So I'm going to just apply it here. It's actually not bad except for this initial application. So with this powder, I wouldn't recommend using a sponge just because it may kind of just like grasp the product there. My e.l.f. powder, I can get away with using the sponge just because it's a lighter weight consistency. This is a little bit thicker, so you just want to be careful because if not, it'll literally just stick onto the skin and give you almost like a ashy look to it. So I'm just trying to blend that out, but it's a little hard. I do have to say the powder does feel very lightweight. It does look pretty though. And then I'm gonna go up here. I feel like with this sponge, the e.l.f. powder, it's great because it's a dense sponge, so it really picks up a lot of that pigment and presses it onto the skin and just gives it really like fabulous results. Okay, so you guys can see the difference between having the powder on and not having anything else on. I think that's enough with the powder. I don't know how I feel about this shade. Maybe I'll like it with foundation underneath of it, but I don't know about this right here. But with the sponge, oh my goodness. Well, I guess you guys learn from my mistakes. You guys, that's why you guys watch me, so that I can give you all the tea on the products. So this is what we have going on here. Something else I would recommend if you want to try powder foundation just on its own, even if you do have oily skin, make sure you hydrate your skin beforehand so that when you apply the powder, it looks nice and smooth and it doesn't look heavy or like it doesn't look like it's separating or breaking apart. That's the last thing that you want from a powder. And even though I do have these two little things right here of powder, it all looks nice and smooth. So it doesn't look like it's like about to separate in certain areas. So What I'm quickly gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna apply foundation on this side. I'm gonna be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation, but I just wanna see how this powder will do with foundation, like liquid foundation, and almost as a setting powder, so I can give you guys two ends of the spectrum. I also feel like for $40-something, I can't be having this, you know what I'm saying? So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face, and then once I'm done doing that, I'm gonna come back and show you guys how I set the face with the Estee Lauder Double Wear powder foundation, so you guys can see how it works, and then we can begin the wear test. Okay guys, so I am back. I just finished my full face of makeup, and you can clearly see the difference in color. So we're gonna fix that right now because we're gonna set this side of the face with our powder. Let's go ahead and take my little brush, and I'm gonna begin powdering the face. I feel like I'm gonna like this better as a setting powder than as a foundation, just because I personally prefer powder foundations to set than to actually wear by itself. Yeah, this looks very beautiful. My favorite pressed powder to set the face is the Colourpop one, the Pretty Fresh one. That one is like my go-to. It is absolutely beautiful, and honestly I kind of like that powder better than my Charlotte Tilbury one, and I love my Charlotte Tilbury one, but that one has been like my go-to. Okay, this is looking really good on top of the foundation, and because I went in with like a foundation mixture that I felt like was closer to my skin tone, I feel like the color isn't looking as almost like pink grayish as it is just using it by itself. I feel like on top of a liquid foundation, it looks really nice because it gives you like just a pretty finish. I also like to go over my eyebrow. I've been doing this a lot recently just because I feel like my eyebrow picks up a lot of shine. So doing that just kind of helps everything look really nice and matte, but you guys can see. This is with the powder foundation. It doesn't look cakey. I sometimes get worried when I go in with a full coverage powder foundation and a full coverage foundation mixture just because I'm like, is it gonna look super cakey? But it actually doesn't look too bad. I will show you guys how this looks in natural light so you guys can kind of see the difference, but I like it. I really, really like how everything's looking with the powder on top of liquid. I think, honestly, if I had to pick right now, first impressions, I like how it looks better on top of liquid foundation. We'll have to see how it does. Right now it is 10 a.m. and I'm gonna start my day, see how this goes. It's supposed to last for 12 hours. Am I gonna wear it for 12 hours? Maybe, because I have a long day today, but I'll definitely see you guys this evening and let you guys know what I think of this and if I would recommend this new Estee Lauder powder for $40-something. Okay guys, so this is just the powder foundation by itself with nothing else, no liquid foundation, and then this is as a setting powder on top of liquid foundation that we used. What are you guys thinking? Do you like it better by itself as a powder foundation or as a setting powder on top of liquid foundation? I personally feel like this side looks better. See a little bit of the gray spots from the powder when we first pressed it on, but I feel like it doesn't look too bad with natural lighting, which is good because I feel like natural lighting can really tell you a lot about makeup if it's not on right. So that's what we're looking like. So I'll see you guys later for my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I am back. I look a little different because I got my hair done. I got a little bit of some color put into my hair for the first time in years. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I've had every color you can think of. Like a few years ago, I had like gray, pink, platinum, purple, like everything you can think of. And then I just went to my dark hair, and now I decided to add a little bit of color in there. You guys can see it a little bit, maybe just very natural. But if you are in Maryland or just the DMV area, I highly recommend you guys check out Little Moon Salon. They are absolutely amazing. I go to my girl Catherine, and you guys can actually get a coupon code if you get your hair done there. That's where I get my haircuts, my hair color. The code is Little Moon Jessica 10, and you will get some money off your service. So definitely check it out if you live in Maryland. Highly recommend them. They do such a beautiful job with hair that I'm just like, you need this in your life. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay Matte Powder Foundation. So this is what we're looking like right now. This is the side where we just went in with the powder. This is the side where we went in with powder on top of our liquid foundation. I have to say, I feel like right now, both sides look very similar. I was wearing a mask and I have to say it actually did pretty well. I feel like it looks a little tiny bit better on this side with the transfer. I feel like because we have liquid foundation and then the powder foundation, it layered on nicely. So it looks more like it's in place. This part does have a little bit of some product that came off right here, but it looks pretty good. Definitely not completely matte by the end of the day for me. And like I said, I do have oily skin. So I would say that aspect, you probably would have to retouch it. So I'm actually gonna show you guys how it would look if we did retouch it. I feel like this is just perfect for like the retouching aspect of it. So I'm gonna be taking my brush and I'm gonna be applying the product on this side. I'm only gonna do it on one side of the face to see how it does. I feel like it doesn't set the best though. Do you see? I feel like there's like some separation right there. I also feel like the pigment isn't as full as my Colourpop Pretty Fresh one. So that's as best as it will get with the coverage. What do you guys think? So this is with the powder. If we want to set it again through the day, this is what it's looking like. This is with no powder. Not too bad, not too oily, but definitely does pick up some dew. I just feel like personally for me, I wouldn't spend $48 on this powder because I know this can outperform this, the Colourpop Pretty Fresh. I've been raving about this a lot. Highly recommend this one. I'm pretty sure this is like between $10 to $15. You can find it at Ulta as well. I really love that one. I'm not that impressed by this. I don't know why. I mean, it's maybe I would say like if you're somebody that has like normal to combination skin, you may like this. I just am all about like where we can save the money. And I definitely feel like for $48, that's a lot for what I'm getting in this product. It doesn't look too bad, but that's my personal recommendation. Those are pretty much all my thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this review and wear test where I tried this new Double Wear Powder Matte Foundation. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing these type of videos for you guys. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below as we are growing. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.